I'm your weirdest Christian you'll probably ever meet. And as such, a lot of Christians don't like me, which is okay. I'm here to serve the Lord.
There's a lot of irony to that. It's really funny because Christ was the weirdest Christian the Pharisees have ever seen.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and ironically, a lot of Christians are now the Pharisees and Sadducees of the modern day.
True.
And I think
isn't it ironic that people can all worship the same God of love and hate each other?
There's not only an irony in it, but there's obviously the contradiction.
It's all contradiction. That's what's funny about it.
Yeah, but there's also this thing of there is one true God. It's not like everybody, the guy that's worshiping a stone is also worshiping God. That's not true. That's not real. But the reality is that guy that's worshiping the stone, if you look at the phases of what Paul did, he still went and talked to that guy to help minister the truth to him through love and help him get there. But then we also have this very weird metrosexual version of Jesus, right? Like everybody's like, he was this guy that was just super chill. Dude, he was a rock star. Like he was a banger and he could fight, and people miss that. And that's what true warriorism is. It's not being weak and not being capable. It's being capable and choosing not to use it when you don't have to, right? Those tables that he flipped inside of the church, they weren't like Costco tables that were like, made out of styrofoam. Those were heavy tables, right? Like this man was strong. He was very competent.
Well, he was also not afraid to be highly disagreeable and piss off people in authority because it needs to be challenged. And that was something that Jesus did that very well, is he deliberately challenged people. And it was one of those things to make it so truth loves to be challenged. Lies hate to be challenged. And if anybody were to challenge you and say, hey, well, why do you do that? Or this doesn't work that way, and you ever get triggered, this shows your weakness. I believe your triggers are the celebration of your sins. And so Jesus would go, hey, I'm going to heal this guy, even if it's the Sabbath. He's like, hey, you're the one who's saying one thing and doing another thing. Like Jesus would challenge openly for truth, and that's some gangster stuff to piss people off.
Dude, I mean, 100%. And it's funny because people go, why are you a Christian? Was it because your parents? No, honestly, truth be told, that's what would have turned me from Christianity, was the way I grew up. Because, there was a lot of, like we go to church and there was this posturing of like, oh, brother, how art thou? And they're kicking the shit out of us on the way to church, right? It's because we weren't moving fast enough, and cursing at us and everything else. So it felt very hypocritical. But the reality was my faith worked when everything was failing. God showed up when no one else did. When I was homeless, he was there. Every time somebody has left my life, the only thing that has left evidence of truth is the fact that he never leaves. My Christianity is not based on what a church group thinks I should do, or that they don't like the fact that I teach people violence, or they don't like the fact that I use profanity, or all the other shit that they come up with that they don't like about me. It's based off the reality that Christ is always there for me and God's always there for me. And no matter what's been going on in my life, and no matter what has tried to break me and tear me down and left and walked out and abandoned and gave up on me, Christ has never left. God's never left.